Hello everybody, welcome to the stream tonight. Zwift game stage 5 with the KOM hill finish up the grade. Just under a 40km race, starting in 15 minutes from now. So if you're not watching live, you can fast forward. But yeah, a new course, couple of climbs. Well, one climb, kind of, before the final climb. So yeah, I suppose there is a couple of climbs. Currently 12th overall, well, as of this morning when I looked, with about 90 seconds, or between a minute and 90 seconds to make up to fight for a podium place. So it's really tight in the top 15, top 20. All to play for. All to play for. Welcome to the stream, everybody. helmet unlocked. Hello everybody. Hey Lewis, Peter, Callum, Chris, the Road 6, Martin, hey Garrett Cyclist, Niall. Oh. Hey, stop reading Watopia now. How's the 400 watts going? Good question. We might find out tonight. I don't know if you've seen some of my YouTube videos recently, but the training sessions have been going very well. So that's good. My HRV, funnily enough, is like the highest I think it's been in months and months. You know, after I took some time off with illness a couple of weeks ago, my HRV just plummeted, and then I rested, and then it came back up to like baseline, and I've been getting back into training obviously the last couple of weeks, and it's just continued to keep rising and rising. So is that a good sign? Is that a good sign? I just use the Garmin watch. I just use the Garmin watch for HRV. Alright, just under 10 minutes now until the start. You have a complaint. Did the FTP builder work out the other day? What FTP builder work out? And your FTP dropped. Sorry, Callum, I don't know. I can't check right now. I have not checked. I have not checked. Oh, it's a joke. I was gonna say. Alright, who's psyched for tonight? Who else is doing this as well, by the way? Or maybe you've already done it. Let's have a show of hands. Or are you just watching me and that is all you need? That's your fix. You don't need to put yourself through it. Not yet, Zwift. Not yet. What was that thing there at the side? Did you see that? On the right hand side. Zwift Games. Zwift Games Stage 5. We start in 5 minutes. 5 minutes to the start. Watching for research. Oh, I love it. Oh, some heat training. Oh, nice. Oh no, you ain't gonna lose all the gains. You ain't gonna lose all the gains all winter. Take my word. Take my word for it. Ah, got you, Peter. That makes sense. Thank you. Cheers, everyone. I didn't see it spinning. That would have been a giveaway. Alright, we better join this pen. There's 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Alright, lovely stuff. I'm gonna get 2 fans on me tonight. Let me just check, make sure it's blowing in the right direction. Two fans. Just needs to be pointing in a general direction. I think that'll do. Oh, alright, should I change wheels? What do we think? Should we change wheels? Yeah, where would you get the other power up? That's the question, isn't it? Where would you get the other power up? How do I keep a pain cave heated in the winter, cold in the summer? I've got an oil-filled radiator for the winter. And how do I keep it cool in the summer? I don't. I just open the windows. Ah, 5 kilometers from the grid. So I'm assuming nobody can confirm because nobody's streamed. Like what's the... Alright, there we go then. Let's get set. Hey, cheers, Bruce. Games rides. Alright, 30 seconds. Thank you, Aftermath. Alright, 20 seconds. Ooh. Blimey, people using feathers already. Oh, there's people everywhere. 200. There's a fast blob. Oh yeah, good point. The map's not correct. That's a bit of a bummer. Is he 30 seconds ahead? Surely not. Sorry, Rory, I don't think the bot liked that for some reason. Just a casual reminder, everyone, if you do enjoy the stream at some point, please hit that like button. Thank you all. There's Niall. Right behind me. Let's hope, Timmy! What do we think, chat? Is Timmy right? Gonna be pretty chill. Which way do we go here? Right. My legs feel very good. We've not gone hard yet though, but I don't know, they just feel very soft. We'll see. To be honest, I didn't think this course would be harder. It's a shame really that only the grade is really going to be enough to split everything. Let's be honest, I don't really need to know the profile, do I? We know what's coming. I'm disappointed nobody came with me. I'm disappointed. Everyone calling me out saying how stupid it is. If Niall does it, there's no problem. Come on, guys. You gotta try something. How else do we beat him? You know how it is. How else do we do it? I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. That's what I feel like the last couple of weeks. The reason why I attack, guys, was simply because the guys who normally attack, I thought they might have been up for doing something and really mixing it up, but obviously they're just waiting. So but my preference, even though I'm a climber, is not to leave it until the climb, because the race is too easy up until that point. It's too easy. If a small group of us have got away there, makes the race much harder. The strongest riders in the race, everyone's having to work. But the key thing is, I wouldn't know unless I tried. I wouldn't know that nobody would have wanted to go there unless I tried. Otherwise it's just guesswork. Just sitting in a bunch, everyone looking at each other, and you just wait and wait and wait. And now Nico's attacked. That's a good point, Hyatt. That is a good point. However, deep down I know Niall really wants to race from start to finish. So I just dangle that carrot. That was why I went. Dangle the carrot. I just explained that to me. I just explained. No, I never believe Niall is tired. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe it. He's an athlete. He can recover. I don't believe it. I don't care if he has been running. He's an athlete. Never write them off. Remember guys, the powers of recovery of top athletes is incredible. And we've seen Jarl race day after day after day. So, just because he was doing a different sport and running, he's an athlete. Alright then, let's concentrate on this climb, shall we? To the climb we must go. All I will say is, I have felt like over the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, that I've really struggled to animate races, and whenever I've tried to animate a race, there's been, people telling me don't, and people telling me to animate, and I've always been an animator, or I've tried to be. But with the race being so hard, with the races being so hard, it's hard to animate. And when I do try and animate, I obviously have to go very hard. But I do feel damned if I do, damned if I don't. And I felt like the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, I haven't been able to do right. And, it's mentally, I'm just trying to race as best as possible, but I'm also trying to make it a good race, and that's always been my goal, but because I'm no longer sort of winning, I feel like I'm not going to compare myself to Wout van Aert, but people are very much on top of Wout van Aert currently. That's what I feel like anyway. And yeah, anyway. You don't hear me moaning. I'm just trying to make the race, that's all. And also, I find it entertaining because I hate it when races are just like this, where you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, obviously, there's a climb at the end we've got to focus on, but I just flipping hate it. I always have done. Even when I raced outdoors, whenever we did a race that did like point to point and then had like a circuit finish, hated it. Hated it. I do feel like now I've self-sabotaged myself, like mentally, for this climb. I feel like I've got myself in a bit of a negative headspace. Trying to get out of it is hard. Too much time to think, see guys. When it's just flat out, you've got no time to think. Oh, we watched that last night, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that. I'm okay. It's just my heart rate was very high for a long period of time. Well done, everybody. Oh, the Zwift games has been... Oh, it's been another level. Oh. Thank you to all the competitors for making it what it was. Oh, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, my heart rate was very, very high for, well, virtually all of that final effort. And particularly at the end where I tried to go with about 1 kilometre or a bit less. Because I just wanted to maybe try and see if I could finish strong. Which I think I did. It's just the group that just caught me there at the end, I think they just finished a bit stronger. But I think personally I finished strong. I think it was key to just start that climb as hard as possible. It just sets the tone. When you don't have to think about anything other than just like riding your own pace. So if I started it hard, then I think I knew that I would just force myself to get into that rhythm, because mentally at the bottom of that climb I'd kind of like checked out a little bit after what had happened, and it was really difficult to get my head right again, but I felt like I did. I felt strong on the climb. I think power-wise must have been very good. I mean, yeah. It was a personal best. Pretty much. I couldn't ask for more then, could I? Personal best, but such a short climb. Well, it's all relative, isn't it? But an 8-minute climb, well, 8 to 10 minute climb, it's like borderline, you know, like VO2 max. You're right on that kind of limit, so it's tough, you know. It's a tough effort to pace. It's a tough effort to race on. Definitely a tough effort to race on. Oh. In all seriousness, for anyone who's still here, you know, Niall ran a 10k race the other day. He's gonna have some severe DOMs in his legs. We know he's an incredible athlete already, but to be able to do that and then 2 days later do this, yeah, he's one of the best. He's easily one of the best. We already know that, but you know, I want to put him up there, you know, on that pedestal. You know, I respect him for that. That's another level. He's already a great rider, but you know, he's yeah, incredible athlete. I guess on my little arc, Niall has been doing his runner's arc. I'm doing my 400 watts for 20 minute arc. I suppose that there, 10 minutes at just over 400 watts, that gives us an indication a little bit, doesn't it? That gives us a little bit of an indication. Of what's possible. But I really pushed myself there. 8th in GC, not enough to claw back time for a podium. Is it raining?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, do you want me to bring the bike in?
No, the bike's been out there all afternoon.
Oh, it's been easy.
Sorry. Okay?
Yeah, I've got our voice note from Ron to listen to.
I can listen to it now, sir.
And the screen?
Yeah, but they can't hear it.
No.
They can't hear it.
Are you about to go on the screen?
No, I finished.
Oh, you can listen to it in here.
Is it important, is it?
It's about tomorrow.
Ah.
What time we want to do. She's going to be back late.
Oh, see? From where?
Work and gym, I think. So, yeah, just, I'll start prepping stuff for dinner and then you just need to listen to the voice note.
Okay.
Okay. These curtains need a watch.
Yeah, I know they do.
Hi, Stream.
Oh, people are saying say hello. Well, you did just say hello.
Hello. I look like a beetroot because it's wet.
You look like a beetroot because you're wearing
Your coat because mine's broken.
maroon, not because you're wet. Oh, look at that. I did a 10, almost a 10-minute personal best.
Good luck.
So,
Ooh.
407.
For 10 minutes?
No, not quite. Well, no, not quite. Because the climb wasn't 10 minutes.
Oh.
I think, based on this, where it plateaus, I think the climb was maybe 9 minutes, 406.
I sent you a cool analysis video on Tadej Pogacar's physique for Strava. Physique difference from last year to this year and his metrics. You should check it out. Okay, I'm going inside to start packing dinner. Bye guys!
Oh. Do you think I went too deep? Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Or rather, like where? Where? You mean at the bottom? Rory, some people have had some issue with that in the past. That it was supposed to be a one-time code, but then people said they've used it multiple times without an issue, like you've just said. To be honest with you, I think what people have done in the past is they've just emailed and said what you've just said. Emailed Tickr, and they'll probably say, oh yeah, and they'll clarify. But I'm pretty sure people have used it more than once. But that's what people have done, because I brought it up with them, and they said, no, you should be able to use it. So sometimes I don't know whether the code needs like a refresh or something their end. You know, it's the same code, but just needs, I don't know, like reactivating or something. Sorry, I can't help you much more than that. Yeah, Liv, sorry. Yeah, so that's a good point, actually, Martin. Yeah, it's a good point, because it wasn't, you know, I did that effort just before the end, well, not just before the end, but midway through, which I got some stick for. So this couldn't have been that long, to be honest. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes. It was a strong effort to get the 8-9 second gap, and then I just settled in. Heart rate gradually coming down, as you'd expect after the initial attack. This is kind of promising here. So if you look at the effort here, and you look at how, I hate the fact that the mouse is like not quite, can you see that? The mouse is not quite following the trace of the map. So like with my attack into the bottom of the grid, obviously power spikes, heart rate spikes, gets up to like 180, 181, but then it gradually comes down. So that's like a really good sign generally. And so a low on its own, it might not be a good sign, but I would say the way I felt on the grid looking at that now and looking at seeing my heart rate gradually kind of settle by a couple of beats, that falls in line with how I felt. Like I felt somewhat in control for the you know, well, all the way up until that last kilometer where I decided to go as hard as I could to the end. I felt in control. So that's a really good sign that my heart rate just sort of mellowed out slightly, and then I was able to like really, like I said, I think I did finish strong. I think I definitely did finish strong. It really annoys me that the mouse doesn't quite sit over the flipping graph. So yeah, so I guess that answers your question, Liv, a little bit. I don't think I went too deep. I think I went. I think I paced it basically. I paced it without quite knowing what I'd be capable of doing. So I paced it based on feel. Oh, hey Nico, how are you? How are you, my friend? You didn't fancy a breakaway then? Nobody fancied a breakaway. I've been psyching myself up for it all day as well. I really wanted to have a little breakaway of, you know, maybe 10, 15 riders pushing all the way, or maybe even just 5 riders. But I thought it might have been... I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty happy with that. That's for that whole 4-minute portion. There's just hardly any drop. 4 watts in 4 minutes. I'm guessing that was on the grid, but from 4 minutes to 9 minutes, well, actually no, that's 5 minutes. There's only a 4 watt drop, or even a 3 watt drop. That's good going. That's good going. Oh no, Nico, you're not. You're not on the same team. It's like UAE Team Emirates just buying up all the strong riders, and you're all going to be on the same team. we all need to be on different teams to make it interesting. Yes, Lee, I agree. I think just that little flattening off there, but it's negligible, isn't it? I mean, you know, you ease off for like 10 seconds. It's the same as if you're outdoors and you have to ease off for a set of traffic lights or roundabout or something. So, yeah, it's pretty close. I'm a bit gutted to hear that, actually, Nico. I'm a bit gutted to hear that. Alright, that's it, guys. I'm gonna shut the stream down right now. I need to think about what I'm gonna do for Zwift Racing League next season, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Restart are going to be racing or not. It was only me. I think it was only me and one or two that raced the ZRL consistently. It wasn't the same as previous years. But nobody's. Oh wait, yeah, someone has messaged me. Yes, Callum Backpedal's doing it, but not. You know, they're in different leagues, Callum. But there's some great race categories for you to get involved with. Some teams within Backpedal. You know, if you're looking to get involved in the community, it's a great place to start for a lot of people. And you know, I encourage people if they get chances to race for bigger teams, you know, they should take that chance. You know, see it as a stepping stone, see it as a place to get involved in the community. You know, it's great. So that's what Backpedal. That's what it's there for. Someone messaged me. Josh Harris messaged me. No, RWB haven't messaged me. No. I've not had I've not had any teams message me. Just Josh sent me a message individually, and just asked me what my plans were. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'll have to see. I love racing at this level. Like I love racing against, like, you know, you guys, Nico, Nyal, you know, Josh, Ruben, you know, the whole lot. You know, well, there's loads of people on that list. You know, I'm only naming people that, you know, have been, you know, I've seen week in, week out. But you know, I'm definitely open to. I had some people message me asking if I would guest for their team, but it's not the level that I want to race at. I want to race, you know, with you know, with all due respect, I want to race against the best, and so I'm looking at opportunities and weighing things up, because yeah, I'm just remaining open and flexible about it. Yeah. So I guess that's it, isn't it? We haven't got we've got the two like bonus rounds. One of them's a time trial, isn't it? And like of Zwift games. But I don't think I'm going to be doing those. So my focus now turns to like trying to achieve this 400 watts for 20 minutes before April. So obviously we've got 2 weeks. Technically a little bit less, but I don't want to leave it until the last day. But we'll see. My plan is to do like two effort. Like today was a really good one to like gauge where I'm kind of at. I think definitely looking at the power that I've just done up to grade, I think I'm in a very good place right now to be able to do it. And the thing is, like, trying to do 400 watts for 20 minutes, or trying to do any number for 20 minutes, it's arbitrary. Like, you know, it's not a flex. It's like, I've never been able to do 400 watts for 20 minutes, or like, you know, I've never done any, like my best ever is like 393 watts. So even if I don't do 400, like, I still feel like there's something on the line. And there's more to this than like me going, oh, look at me, I can do 400 watts for 20 minutes. you know, it's something that in 15 years of cycling I've never done, you know. So it's a chance to tick off a massive milestone. And you know, I'm gonna try and do it indoors, and I'm gonna try and do it outdoors. So in the next 2 weeks, at some point, I'm gonna try and do like a 400-watt effort indoors. I'll live stream it, obviously. I'm not going to use erg mode because I think that would just ruin my legs. But inevitably, I'll just probably do it up Alp to Zwift. And then I'll try and do it outdoors. I've got a climb near me that's like 8-9 kilometers at 4%. So what I'll do is I'll ride out to that and do a warm up, and then I'll try and do it outside. I think I'm more likely to do it outside than I am inside. The weather looks good for the next week, but I don't know if I want to do it outside first or inside first. The trouble is that if the weather's good the next week, like warm, which it's due to be like 16-17 degrees, it's going to be warm in here. And my issue with that is I've gone all winter without riding in, you know, warm weather, and then I'm going to try and do it in here when it's like 20 degrees, and I think I'm going to cook myself because I'll have to do it in the evening. So I think my best chance is doing it outside. I genuinely think my best chance is doing it outside. I think, especially if the weather's good. And then if the weather's bad next week, it's better to do it inside. Yeah, thanks for that, Ian. Yeah, thanks for that. Definitely... yeah, it's meaningful for me. I appreciate that. That's right. Yeah, getting the feel for it is tricky, and also I think the other thing is I cannot start hard when I do it. I cannot start hard when I do it. Like, I can't go over 400 watts and try and hold on, because I think that is a recipe for disaster. I think I have to really gauge it carefully at something like 390, and then just sort of, you know, ramp it up from there. If I start off at 400 plus, there's a big chance, I think, there's a big chance that I crumble in the last 5 minutes. It's really hard because, you know, what I've done is I'm training for a number that is very difficult to actually ride at. Like, it's that kind of intensity area that it, you know, trying to like look at the numbers and just try and hold that number. It's on the cusp of, like, you know, you don't know. You literally don't know if you're going to blow up after 12 minutes, if you're going to blow up after 15 minutes, if you're going to blow up after 18 minutes. Like, I am literally going into the unknown where I've never held that kind of power for that duration. I mean, I've held close to it, but we're talking like 2-3 years ago. So... yes, Ian. I've been doing. I've spoken in some of my videos recently that I've done some intervals at like 410. 410. And after like 4 or 5 minutes, 410 starts to bite. But when I say bite, I don't mean like I have to stop. It just starts to hurt. So it gives me a gauge of like what that feels like for that duration. But I've been doing like, so for example, Ian, like last week I did a 4 minute at 414 or 415 watts, 2 minutes at 250 watts, and 4 minutes at 415 watts. I did 2 blocks of that, and the second block of 415 didn't have me like on the ropes, but I felt like, you know, it was getting hard by the last 2 minutes of that 4 minute block. But obviously I'm doing like 8 minutes of work with only 2 minutes of rest in between. It's an interesting block of intervals, that. Yeah, I agree with you, Ian. Yeah, isn't it weird how like everything comes down to well, it doesn't all come down to feel, but when you're doing that, when you're right on the limit, it does come down to like how things feel, like how natural is your cadence. Like the slightest change of gradient will just mean you have to adjust your, you know, change your gear to make sure you stay in that kind of, in it, and like wind or headwind, you know, all these things, like little things like that just change. That experience comes, Ronnie. You know, that experience comes. Definitely comes. Watts per kilo. Like 6.4. I think maybe 6. Well, it depends because my weight is up and down a little bit at the minute. 60, well, just under 63 today. So, you know, around about that area. But I'm not focusing on weight. It's just because I've been riding. I think I've been a lot more consistent recently since my illness. Things have naturally kind of found their resting place. But I'm not bothered about weight. You know, this goal of mine is watts. You know. There we are, 6.4. Well, 6.35. But yeah, like we think about weight later. Like it's not. It's irrelevant at the minute. You know, it's irrelevant. You can always, weight is one of those things. You know, like I think when you're trying to really push the limits of your performance, like really, like, you know, you've got to be really dialed with your nutrition, and you can't underfuel. You know, you can't underfuel. Well, you can't underfuel anyway, really, but you certainly can't underfuel because you will struggle. Yeah, big carb load. Big carb load. Gain 2 or 3 kilos. Bearing in mind I've got to ride about an hour and a half to the road that I'd like to do it on, to the climb, to the mountain. So, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. I'm excited. I'm actually I'm excited, but I'm nervous as well. I'm nervous, like, personally, because I want to do it and I feel like I can do it. I believe in myself that I can do it. It's just, yeah, I just hope that everything, you know, sort of feels good, and that, you know, I get a good day, and, you know, I always say, like, the more underwhelming it is, the more uneventful the day is, you know, or whatever, the better I seem to go. So we'll see. We will see. Right, guys. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. It was a good little race at the end. Good little race. And I had a fun time. That was a very promising effort. I'm very happy with it. Even if it was a bit of a, let's just wait until the climb and see what happens. Alright guys, I will see you now, well, when I do that 20-minute effort probably. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll try and schedule the live stream maybe a day or two in advance, you know, depending on how I feel. So I will catch you then. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and supporting the stream. There was a donation as well, a super chat. Massively appreciated. Thank you again, guys. I'll see you next time.